Hello, Lynn Watts here with Wyatt the Wonder Dog books and more. And today I want to talk about a summertime fun time activity pack that I have put together just for families during the summertime to give you something that is wholesome, that is fun, and that is filled with great activities for the family to enjoy together. So, the first thing that I want to show you is the family activity book. And this has lots of interactive coloring pages. It has social emotional learning activities. It helps children practice everything from emotional regulation, focus, creativity, mindfulness, self expression, all while enjoying some screen free entertainment. So you can see in here there are posters that kids can color. There are, this one says, begin each day with a grateful heart, and that's a pretty poster. There's also some games to play. Here's some problem solving cards that would make for a game to play. There's a mask you can make to look like Wyatt, one of his books. There are word searches, lots of coloring sheets, just lots of activities that as a family you can do, or a child could do by themselves in this activity book. So lots to do in here. The next thing that is part of this package is Wyatt's Ready to Learn coloring book. And this would be for younger kids especially because they don't have to read to do really anything in it. It is, again, coloring pages. It is posters. There are some mandalas in here, which are great for coloring for stress relief. And the good thing about the coloring pages is each one of them has something at the top to think about while you're coloring. So this picture here in particular says, as you color the picture of Wyatt and Lacey, think of how you can be generous to a friend. So that image or picture is from the book on giving. So it's lots of illustrations from the books, but they all have something to think about while you're coloring it. So that makes it more of a learning example. The next thing that I want to talk about is there are two picture books that are included in the package, and I included two that I think are appropriate for the summertime. One is called Wyatt the Wonder Dog Tries Again. It is set at the beach. So there's, some fun activities that a child could read about or listen to the story about that involve Wyatt visiting his grandmother at the beach. And it's all about trying again. When you can't do something the first time, to learn from that experience and try again, which of course has to do with growth mindset. In the back of this book, just like in all the books, there are discussion questions that you can then talk with a child about the book. So it's meant to be an interactive kind of a story. And then there's also an activity that a child could do in the back of the book that has to do with trying again. So that is one of the books that's included. The other one that is included is Wyatt the Wonder Dog Goes to Kindergarten. And of course, school will be starting again in August or September, depending on where your school is located and the schedule or calendar there. But this one is a good one for transitioning into kindergarten. It's all about Wyatt going to kindergarten, some of the things he might be concerned about going to kindergarten. And in the back of this book, there is a section, well, there's also the discussion questions, just like always. There is an activity that you could do that would be fun, kind of Wyatt themed activity to do with a young child. And then there's a section on how parents can help children be prepared for kindergarten. So lots to find in this book, all about transitioning to kindergarten. And then the final thing that's part of this package is the Mindset Matters cards, which are really new this year. It's 24 cards, and 12 of them are growth mindset, 12 are fixed mindset. And there are some suggestions in the packet for ways that you can play with the cards. You can make it a game. You can match the cards up, a fixed mindset with a growth mindset. Or you could just pull one out and talk about, what does that mean? Is that a mindset that sometimes you have or that you want to develop? So those are all of the things that are in the package. You can find that Summertime Fun Time package on the Wyatt the Wonder Dog website. I'll certainly link to it with this video. So I hope you have a fun summertime.